We're going to talk about the importance of pest and building inspections and how they come into play during the sale process. When we sell a home, obviously as a seller and as an agent, we really want the sale process to go through as smoothly as possible. One of the things that can help with that is getting a pest and building inspection done before you put your house on the market. So, Ryan, what are some of the benefits of getting a pest and building pre-sale?
Some people look at a pre-sale inspection. They look at it cuts into their budget, for the sake of say $400 or $500, or even just a pest inspection, which you're looking at about $230. It could save you up to a lot of money, because when the termite or the building inspectors come in and examine your property, you don't want them to have any hiccups.
Once there's been an offer on the table and that person goes and does their build inspection, things might come to light that if you haven't done the pre-sale, you wouldn't have known about, and then that can cause issues. Is that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we did building a pest a couple of weeks ago. The back of the shower had a large amount of high moisture on it, which you couldn't see to the eye. But when we put our moisture meter on it, it went max read. So although we can't do anything on the day, we have to recommend an invasive inspection. Turns out all it was wood decay in the back of the shower. The taps hadn't been sealed properly, but it holds the sails up. Cost of money. It's something you could have nut outed before the inspection, and it's an unseen problem that you don't need. They put an air vent in, they dried it out. It just took a few weeks to dry out, but this whole time the sale was put on hold.
And could have given the buyer cold feet, potentially.
Yeah, could have given the buyer cold feet. The same property had really poor drainage, and the drainage was actually blocked on one side of the house. So we comment on the drainage problem as well. Something as simple as cleaning the drains out. So basically all I'm saying is, when the termite and the building inspectors come through, they're going to pick this stuff up, and you really don't want them to. The sad statistics on the Gold Coast, 1 in 3 houses have had termite damage. So what that actually means is whether you know or not, it's had termites at some point. They might not have had it treated, and they may come back into the future. So it's good to pick these things up before.
What sort of things can a homeowner be doing to prevent termites today?
One of the biggest things that subterranean termites, and that's what we have on the Gold Coast here. We have subterraneans. Even though you see the ones in the tree and the ones on the ground, they're generally non-aggressive. Right. So a subterranean termite is completely under the ground. One of the major things is cut the vegetation away from your structure. Don't have any mulch against your structure. Don't have any leaking overflows. Just to bat those into the drains so they don't drip on the ground, because all subterranean termites need water. That is the major concern for termites.
And that's what often brings them into the house.
Absolutely.
If there is moisture in the house?
Yeah, 100%. Or let's say you've got timber on the ground, they could be in that, which gives you wood decay, which we've got a comment on. Because the houses here on the Gold Coast are high risk. Yeah.
So a couple of takeaways from this. Potentially look to see if your house has termite barrier, and if it doesn't, consider getting it before you put your house on the market. But either way, definitely get a pest and building inspection done before you put the house on the market, to avoid all the hiccups that may happen after there's been a contract signed and there's a pest and building clause in that contract. And basically just be careful of termites. There's a few of them around on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions about pests and other insects, Ryan is your man. But yeah, thanks very much for coming today, Ryan, and chatting with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tara.
Yeah,
Always
awesome.
a pleasure.
Excellent. All right. See ya.
Bye.